Seeing lots of barbed wire here. What is this? Fuck. Let's go and see some horsecock. Now it sort of looks a bit like my Johnson. Good morning, it's Mr. Johnny Velvet, and yeah, it's been a few days since I've made a vlog, but this week I'm going to be back on it 100% because last Thursday it was my birthday. I'm now 39, God forbid. Thank God the Johnson's still working. And then Friday, I don't know if you saw my TikTok, but I ended up getting very messy. I ended up sort of doing some strange dance in the middle of Piccadilly Circus with a maraca. Obviously the day after that I was recovering, and then Sunday we went for a curry round at my sister's, so today is the first day that I'm actually fully back. And look, do you know what? The weather's warm. I looked down at my underpants this morning and I could see something that resembled a penis. But today is going to be a mystery day. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going to go in some direction over there. I've heard that there is a secret underground lair called the Camden Catacombs, which I'm going to try and investigate. It's an underground city. I'm not sure if it's legal or not, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have missed making these videos. While I'm here, I should just give TikTok a warning as well, because they have just 8 days left to respond to my pre-action legal demand to reinstate my account. So far, it's not looking so good. However, if they don't respond by the 8th of April, then that means the money claim will be filed for a nice bit of £10,000 that they will physically have to respond to. So look, in the sky. Anyway, I can't talk about that. YouTube will definitely ban me if I discuss cloudy things coming out from the back of planes. At least we got a bit of global warming today. Anyway, the first mission that I've got today is I need to buy some water because my mouth, it's a bit like Esther Ranson's ring piece. It needs a little bit of lubrication. I went into a shop the other day and, you know, it was £1.50 for a small bottle of water. I don't know how the plebs survive in the UK at the moment. I'm actually also regretting wearing several layers of clothes. I seem to have steam coming out from my gooch area, which is not too nice, and I've double layered the underpants because yesterday for lunchtime I had a chicken korma with some spicy mango pickle, which might be working its way towards my fire escape. It's a dark underpant day today. I'll probably need to take some supplies as well if I'm going to be going underground. I might need to take some tinned tomatoes. I'm back in Victoria Station now, and I'm just thinking, before I go out, I'm going to actually stop in the Wetherspoons. I managed to avoid catching AIDS on the train, but for sure I'm going to end up with some sort of Zika virus up in here, because this is seriously plebby. I go up there and try and avoid eye contact, otherwise I may end up on benefits. Oh, it smells like piss. Got security here as well in the morning. I know it's not, it's just builders. Right, let's go and do this. It's £6.71 for breakfast, actually pretty good value. Yeah, it's just, you see people here, they're drinking beer. 10 past 10. Literally just sat down and they brought it out straight away, but there's the Wetherspoons breakfast. Actually, pretty decent to be fair. That has to be the quickest breakfast I've ever received. 2 minutes. I've got a bit of a tickly cough. I don't know what sort of sign that's telling me. I think I saw job seeker allowance final boss digging into an early morning Guinness. Anyway, we're going to go off now to Camden, which is somewhere, I believe, over there. I've got to get on the tube, risking my life at the moment to bring you these videos. First to Wetherspoons, now on the tube. I need to have a tetanus shot. Apparently, I need to get the pleb line up to Warren Street, and then I need to change for the smelly line up to Camden. Right, here we go. So we're there, and I need to get to Camden Town there. So I have to say, I haven't been to Camden Town in a very long time. Last time I went there was years ago, and that's where all the sort of goths hang out, all of the sort of interesting looking people. I think I've dressed for the occasion today, and I've also decided to put my Prince Albert in. And look, they've got some Warren Street Station history over here. So Warren Street Station opened in 1907 as part of the Charing Cross, Euston and Hampstead. Fuck that. So back in 1907, this is what everyone looked like. And then if you move down here, we can now see the Haringey Council, which looks a little bit more like that. In fact, to be honest, you'd be hard-pressed to find an advert that is not sort of pushing multiculturalism. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. It's sort of almost like white people are a minority in London now, it seems. So here we are, we're just at Camden Station here. I managed to find a little map. So we are here, and I think if I'm going to get underground into the Camden Catacombs, I think there has to be some entry point around here, around the Camden Lock Village. So I think I need to head in that direction. I'm not very good with maps. There's people here with signs already. You get a free hug in Camden. I'm going to take a guess that it's going to be up this way over here. I do have an overnight bag just in case I do get trapped in the catacombs, so, which is basically under here. It's under the road of Camden. Very touristy. Lots of people selling fridge magnets and ear piercings. Apparently when I looked online, I need to sort of stay adjacent to the train station because that's where the entrance is. Although when you go online, it's called urban exploring. Everyone's very, very secretive about the entrances and the access points, because obviously as soon as you post that online, they're going to get patched by the people who don't want you to actually go into those places. I'm just thinking, if I go down there, that actually looks quite interesting. So I'm going to take the side road down here instead. I'm seeing lots of barbed wire here. This building up here is completely sort of desolate. But there are signs everywhere saying that the site is protected. But I'm not going to let that put me off. I have a feeling this might be something interesting around here. I mean, look at this. These premises are protected by Tragopan security. So that means I'm being watched. Oh, look, here we go. Can you see in there? There you go. So this might be interesting. What does that say? What's this? We give notice to any third parties who wish to assert ownership of the goods. I don't know, so they've obviously had the bailiffs here. Anyway, let's go in here, and the way I see it is that the higher level of security, the more that means that they're actually trying to protect something. I think I'm probably in the right place here. And I did say that I wanted to get into the Camden Catacombs, the underground network. I'm not sure the basement of a Sainsbury's car park is going to have the same effect. Oh, hang on, look, there is a door open here. Why is that door open? What is this? Can we go up? Oh my god. Why is that open? Should we go down? Hello? It does smell of piss. God. Is anyone here? Oh, what's that? I actually need a torch. Not sure that's supposed to be left open. Is there a light switch there? Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the shop and buy a torch. Actually, quite nervous, but we now have the potential for a very exciting vlog. Everyone's got like nose piercings and bowl haircuts. Certainly not the King's Road in Chelsea. I'm feeling slightly out of place here. I'm just thinking when I go down there, the smell of piss might actually soak into my jacket and I might become one with the locals. I'm starting to realise that perhaps I haven't come as prepared as I should have done. All I've got is my dad's office bag. I've got no wellies. I've got no torch. I've got no rations. What I do have, however, is a Sainsbury's over there, so hopefully I'll be able to buy a torch. I don't know. This is perfect. There's an Argos here as well. I managed to find a torch here, but you have to collect from 4 p.m. today. That's way too late. I need something now. Collect right away. There we go. Let's just get that one. Energizer 50 lumens magnet metal torch. 12 quid. No expense spared. We now have probably the cheapest torch in London. However, it should do the job. And it came with the batteries as well. I have a feeling that security are keeping an eye on me. I'm getting the same feeling that I had when I was down in Dover. But look. Hang on. Oh dear. I've got the torch. We've got to wait for these people to walk past and then we can slip in. I'm very good at slipping in. They don't call me Johnny Slip-In Velvet for nothing. The door's still open. Let's go down. There we go. Oh my god, this is actually quite freaky. Ooh. Like it goes down lower. What is that? What is that? Is that open? No. Nothing. Bollocks. Oh, it fucking stinks down here. So far, 1 out of 1 secret-ish tunnel has not been very successful. I'm gonna have to continue further on down that way. Incredibly, I managed to go onto Google Maps and I've typed in, just randomly, Camden Catacombs, and there is an actual location, which is an 8-minute walk away. That's probably worth a try. We are now just 2 minutes away. It should be up here, somewhere on the left. Catacombs, Camden. I think this is actually where Amy Winehouse used to hang out as well, the Buck's Head. We are almost there. Just gotta cross the road, and it should be, you can see that, it should just be here. Right, it's a Holland and Barrett. 20 Thai baht. That's where I've got no English money at all here, see? No cash at all. Do you want that? I mean, that's 50p. You can change it in the... you can change it. Mate, cheers, man, but... I'm literally just in the middle of something and then you're just getting approached for money. I'm not being funny. If I had cash, I would have given it. And then he's like, I said, like, literally, I've got no cash. Oh, well, if I give you 7 quid, can you go to the shop and get me a tenner? The audacity. But it's not my fault. I don't have a clue where I'm supposed to be going. The only thing that I've found so far, basically a tramp's urinal. Some of my fans over here. I can't go anywhere these days. Can you hear them? So this is the Camden Lock area here. They've got these sort of like dome things here. It just seems to be some sort of food market here at the moment. But every single thing that they're selling, I'm going to need about 10 bottles of Gaviscon. It's all sort of Mexican. Oh, fuck. Fucking pigeons everywhere. I'm along the side of the bank here and that looks... promising. It's just the smell, just pure fish. It smells like fucking Bonnie Blue's perineum around here. The one thing I will say about Camden is it is a very, very dirty city. I mean, there is just shit everywhere. It's just one giant toilet, basically. I mean, you can see here, look. I mean, look, it's just full. And it's mostly sort of alcohol and cigarette packets, and it's just a shithole. Might have found something. I was just walking past here and I saw this sign, London's only underground roller coaster, free entry. So I'm thinking if I get on the roller coaster, get off it about halfway round, then I should end up in the Camden Catacombs. I think the priority now just has to be going underground. Doesn't matter how I do it, I need to go lower and lower. I'm now at the lowest point I've been since I've arrived in Camden. I think this is a scam. London's only underground roller coaster. Look at it. It's not exactly the Nemesis Inferno, is it? Honestly, that is the gayest roller coaster I've ever seen in my life. Well, that was trash. I actually think I'm going to give up on Camden now. I need to find another location because so far it's just smelly. I really wanted to find like some sort of asylum or some hospital. I just don't want to end up walking around for hours trying to find something decent. So we're going to go back onto Google. Although escaping from the underground tunnels of Camden has been an epic fail, I have managed to find a second solution. I mean, it's not quite as authentic. It's a bit like a sort of lab-grown diamond. It's not the original thing, but it might make a handy alternative for this vlog. I've managed to find an escape room place, and you have to escape from basically an underground tunnel, so it's almost the same thing at the end of the day, and it's perfectly legal. I walked past it several times. This is actually the entrance here. It's in the old Kentish Town station here. Hello.
Hello, sorry.
Yeah, it's just me.
It's the game that you go with like a team of like 2 to 6 players.
You can't do it one person then?
You cannot do it one person, no.
Ah, I see, okay.
It won't be possible.
That's a shame, I can't do it by myself. Right, okay. And I can find out more information on there then, can I?
Yes, of course.
Bollocks. I think they're underestimating just how intelligent Mr. Velvet is. Why do I need 2 people? I am smarter than 99.9% of the population, but they saw me and they thought, this guy, he knows his shit. Right, plan B, I think. Do you know what? If there was ever a competition within the London boroughs, you know, which London borough has the highest prevalence of AIDS, I think this would probably be up there. I mean, it's smellier than Camden. I'm in Kentish Town now. I'm just going to walk to the tube station over there and move on to the next location. I'm going to have to bathe myself in bleach when I get home. I've never been in such a third world shithole as I am now. I mean, it's just complete pleb central here. That's probably why they put so much incense everywhere, to try and mask the smell of everyone's BO. It really astonishes me how I get so many comments from people saying, oh, Thailand is such a third world country, but I can tell you what, walking down the streets is a hell of a lot cleaner than this. The thing I've noticed is it's just the people here. You know, you see people spitting on the street. Nobody gives a fuck here. And that's the really sort of sad thing, really. You know, the UK used to be such a nice place. London, up until 7 years ago, used to be so nice, but now it's just the people here. It's just vile. Find some rich as fuck person food. That's got walnuts in it. I don't want that. Just get me out of here. Well, this fucking torch has been a complete waste of time, hasn't it? That's £8 down the pan. Look at this. I mean, oh, fuck me. Back in Leicester Sq, and I'm going to a restaurant. It's all over TikTok. It's a very posh, expensive, rich as fuck person restaurant called Fallow, and I need to just surround myself with rich fucks like me, because an hour in Camden and Kentish Town, I can feel a sort of rash developing. What's this?
Put down the porn. Put it down. Read the word of God.
The word of God. To be honest, hell sounds a lot more fun. I don't want to be in heaven with a load of virtue sigglers. I'd rather be down in hell with all the bad boys. I used to be a Christian. I always used to, you know, I was brought up as a Christian, but then I sort of woke up a little bit and I realised, look, there are children who are dying of cancer up and down. We just had an earthquake 2 days ago. Now, if there was a God, surely they could have prevented that from happening. Do you know what I mean? If it's such a loving God, why do we still have children dying from cancer? And that's what made me think, do you know what? If there is a God, he's a bit of an arsehole, isn't he? Someone told me the other day the whole of Oxford Street is being turned into a pedestrianised zone. No cars, no delivery drivers, it's all cyclists and walking. Can you imagine that? One of the busiest thoroughfares in London is now going to be pedestrianised. Sadiq Khan has a lot to answer for, but I tell you who has more to answer for, the people who are actually voting for him. Clear skies. You have to pay, what, £25 to drive in London now with the ULEZ and the congestion charge. Bear in mind, I live in Chiang Mai. For 2 months of the year, the most polluted city on the planet. It's like a fart in a hurricane, putting all of these green agenda stuff in London. It doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. It's very busy. You okay there? All right. I thought you were just squashed as a customer.
Welcoming the guests.
The table outside, by any chance? Or? It's absolutely packed here, so they've got actually a fairly big TikTok account, bigger than mine used to be. Anyway, this is the menu here. You can pause to see the screen. It all looks very nice. I'm just going to have a bit of a nibble though. I'm going to go for the beef ribs and the corn ribs, and anyway, the service is very friendly here. They, of course, because they deal with rich fucks like me every day, so they're not, you know, it's not Greggs where they say, oh, do you want the vegan or do you want the meat sausage roll? None of that here. Excuse me. Only the finest people come to these sorts of places. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this. It's certainly not a place where the plebs would come and hang out often. It smells expensive as well. First up, we've got these corn ribs here. So anyway, let's see if I can. Oh, I need to turn this. Go. The waiter came over. He recommends that you put the lime on the top. I don't really like lime too much, though. Got to be careful wearing white. Just tastes like harissa paste. Definitely better with the lime squeezed over the top. I mean, they're nice. They've got a really nice sweetness to them, nice sort of tanginess with the lime. We're ready for the main event now. These are the crispy potatoes with some sort of smoked jizz sauce. Salty. The main event over here, these are the beef ribs. And these are from dairy cows. Apparently, dairy cows, they're normally for the milk. They're the beef ribs, so let's dive into this. Oh, there you go, it's very soft. Immediately. Wow, okay. They're so tender. So much flavour. Now it sort of looks a bit like my Johnson when I was about 10 years ago. It obviously grown. I've got elephantitis of the ball sack. There is a little bit of juice on the plate there. I don't know if you can see. There is a little bit of the sort of beef juice there, which is very nice. And these crispy potatoes, I mean, they are crispy. I mean, it's definitely more than enough for one person. Yeah, I'm going to struggle to eat all of this. It's been absolutely demolished. I mean, it wasn't the best thing I've ever eaten. You don't expect it to be. You know, it's not a Michelin star here. It's just interesting. You know, interesting flavours. I'm going to go and check the pisses. We're going to have a quick VAR check shortly now. I wonder if there's any expensive skiddies in the porcelain. It smells expensive. Have a look in here, look. You could eat your dinner off that, no problem at all. It's a 10 out of 10. Fuck. pissed on myself. All done, and actually, to be honest with you, it was not an expensive meal. I mean, the guy very kindly, he gave me a bit of a discount there. He obviously knew that I was famous as fuck, but it was only £33 for some corn ribs, beef ribs, some potatoes, and a glass of Coke. And just over there, oh, I'm cringing, that was the scene of the crime 2 nights ago where they had the band and I was dancing like an idiot. Just come to Hyde Park and I saw they've got these like deck chairs set up, and I thought, oh, that's a really nice thing for, you know, Sadiq Khan to do, to provide a little service. People sit down. But anyway, as usual, everything is charged for here, so it's £4 per hour to sit on a chair. Everything that you possibly want to do is going to cost you money here. It's free to sit down on the grass over here, so I'm just going to sit down here and regroup and decide what the plan of action is for the next few hours. Oh, what is that? It's like some fucking dinosaur shit. What the fuck is that? Everywhere that I look, ugh. Nasty. I was trying to find something on Google Maps, something that I could go and investigate. Anyway, it turns out Buckingham Palace is not too far away. It's literally just down there, 5-minute walk through the park. So I thought, let's go and see if we can find some of Meghan Markle's DNA. Maybe she's left a little bit of a snail trail. We might even find some ginger pubic hair in one of the toilets there. And then I'm going to try and reproduce another ginger whinger in a test tube. See it over here. I mean, this is a decent bit of real estate, if you ask me. It's probably the only property in London or on the planet that is about the same size as Casa del Schlong. That's actually quite annoying. The changing of the guards only happens at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, so we're not going to see any of them, but we might be able to see one of them wearing the bear hat. If memory serves me correct, if the flag is at a full mast, it means that the royal family are actually in there at the moment. Maybe I can try and grab an interview with Mom. Oh no, actually she's dead, isn't she? With Dad. Very popular with the Chinese around here. Should I be one of those annoying auditors? I know the law. I can film in public. To be honest, it's a little bit boring. I was expecting a sort of fireworks show, or, you know, they would do some sort of acrobatics or something. There he goes. Is that it? They should at least do the moonwalk. A chamon. I actually think it would increase tourism by at least 1,000% if all of the guards over here, if they did a sort of choreography, a bit like Diversity, you know, some sort of twerking or something like that. I'm sure I've seen these chaps at Butlins, the redcoats, I think they're called. They're a lot more fun over there. Mr. Velvet's got the moves. I'm like an alpha male version of Ricky Martin. I think they've got it pretty covered. It's actually a criminal offence to trespass in Buckingham Palace. Normally it's a civil offence, but I don't know, it's a bit of a two-tier policing going on.
Whereas the next palace, there's like 200 tourists, right? Because nobody knows it. So when we...
Not even a tour guide can make this interesting. Where are the horses?
Behind you, Horse Guards Parade. Straight down the mouth.
Yeah?
If you take a right, you see a little archway.
Oh, thank you.
There, the river there.
Thank you very much. You've got to be taking the piss. It's 19 minutes away to Horse Guards Parade. Fuck. I thought it was all supposed to be sort of next to each other here. Can I be bothered walking 19 minutes to see some horsecock? That's the question. Yeah, I think I probably can actually, to be fair. Hello, doggy. Hello. You're friendly, aren't you? Different though, because I think this is St James's Park. Over there is Hyde Park, which is where all the Romanian gypsies have tents. There's sort of like a tent camp over that side, so a goose or a swan would probably be a decent lunch. Duck à l'orange. So I think this is Horse Guards Parade over there. I can't see a sign for horsecock, unfortunately, so I'm just going to have to assume it's over here. The Household Cavalry Museum. I don't want any more museums. The last time I went to a museum, I developed leprosy of the scrotum satchel. This must be where all of the horses come out and they do their tricks. I was hoping that the bloody ones in their silly hats would do something over there, but that was an epic fail. You know, it's just crazy when you just see the amount of wealth the royal family have. You know, all of these buildings, this is just one of their houses, do you know what I mean? The amount of money is just crazy, really. I mean, I will be honest, I am no longer rich as fuck. I admit it. I'm getting hot and I'm getting tired. And everybody's Chinese. Not that that's a problem, I've said it many times. Sweet and sour pork is actually one of my favourite. Although the one they do at Sainsbury's is a little bit too sweet for my liking. Oh, there you go. That's a sign there are some horses close. There must be. We're getting closer. So where are the horses? They're just that way, are they? Thank you very much. Well, there we go. Look. Actually, slightly disappointed. Mine's bigger than that. Well, that's a shame. That's a female. I mean, I don't want to assume gender, but I can't see anything. I mean, it's not a cold day, so you can't use that excuse. Try and zoom in. Here we go. Hang on. Oh, she's in the way now. I'm trying to see the horses, Johnson. There we go. Might have some competition. Look at these ones here. That one. Ah, that's better. That's impressive. Just noticed as well, they always used to allow people to stroke the horse, but they've now got a sign down there, so you're not actually allowed to touch them at all anymore. I remember there was this crazy woman who wore the bandana who always used to come down and harass the horses, but thank God she's not here anymore. It's probably for the best. Right, I've just had to take a pit stop at, well, not too far from Victoria Station here. I needed a Peroni just to give my feet a rest. It's amazing how tiring you get in search of massive horse, Johnson. I must have done about 2,000 steps today. I'm actually developing a bit of a cough as well, so I don't know, it must be a side effect from being in Kentish Town for longer than 10 minutes. I'm just going to stop in Boots as well over there because I've run out of schlong bands again. It's been a little bit disappointing today, to be honest, because I was expecting to be able to get underground London, but that was just an epic fail. We're going to pick it up and I'm going to be back tomorrow with a new plan. I still want to do the haunted house thing, which is probably going to come tomorrow. Every single day this week there will be a video up, but you live and learn. It's all part of the process in it, building up a YouTube channel to 100,000 followers, which I will get, by the way. Doobie-doobie-doo.
So we can get a couple of big issues each. It comes out the day after they've been closed for the weekend. Getting on these things.